In a world spinning faster every day, where uncertainty looms over every horizon, the quest for peace feels elusive. Have you ever found yourself longing for tranquility amidst the noise, yearning for stability in a turbulent sea of change? While modern solutions promise quick fixes, be it through technology, escapism, or fleeting distractions, an ancient philosophy offers a different path. Stoicism, a timeless school of thought, has guided some of history's greatest minds through adversity, teaching them to cultivate inner peace and resilience without reliance on external circumstances. Today, you'll embark on a journey through 7 powerful Stoic principles, each designed to help you find balance and tranquility in life's inevitable chaos. These are not abstract ideas, but practical exercises, tools you can wield every day. By the end of this exploration, you may find yourself equipped with a framework that transforms not only your mindset, but your entire approach to life's challenges. Imagine waking up each morning unshaken by what the day might bring. What if you could navigate every storm with composure, drawing strength from an unshakable inner core? Stay with us, for this is not just another list of philosophical musings. Each principle builds upon the last, culminating in a practice that could profoundly shift your perspective. Let us begin with a cornerstone of Stoic resilience: Amor Fati, the love of fate. 1. Embrace your fate, Amor Fati. What if you could learn to love everything that happens in your life, the good, the bad, and even the seemingly unbearable? This is the essence of Amor Fati. It's not merely about tolerating your fate. It's about embracing it with open arms, seeing every event as an essential piece of your unique journey. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, reflected often on this idea. He reminded himself that every occurrence, whether joyous or painful, serves a purpose within the grand tapestry of existence. Consider this: how often do we resist what happens to us? A missed opportunity, an unexpected setback, a painful loss. These moments can feel like obstacles. But what if they are not obstacles at all? What if they are stepping stones, guiding us toward growth, wisdom, and understanding? The Stoics believed that by embracing life's events as necessary, we can transform suffering into strength. Think back to a time when something didn't go as planned. Perhaps you were passed over for a promotion or faced a sudden personal loss. In the moment, it might have felt like the end of the world. Yet with time, many such events reveal their hidden gifts. They teach us patience, resilience, and often lead us to paths we never would have considered. Amor Fati invites us to adopt this mindset from the outset, bypassing the resistance and moving directly to acceptance and appreciation. But how do we practice this? It begins with a simple question: what can I learn from this? Instead of asking, why me? We ask, what for? By shifting our perspective, we reframe adversity as an opportunity. The Stoics teach us that the universe is not indifferent to us, but rather it operates with a rational order, one that we may not always understand in the moment. Imagine losing a job you once loved. Initially, it's easy to spiral into despair, focusing on what was lost. Yet, many who have faced this exact scenario later describe it as a turning point, a chance to pursue a more fulfilling career, to rediscover passions, or even to cultivate deeper relationships. When you embrace your fate, you open yourself to these possibilities, seeing every twist and turn as a necessary part of your growth. And what of the mundane frustrations of daily life? A traffic jam, a delayed flight, a minor disagreement. These too can be welcomed. Why? Because they offer opportunities to practice patience, humility, and perspective. Each time you lean into these moments with acceptance, you strengthen your ability to navigate the greater storms of life. Amor Fati isn't about passive resignation. It's about active engagement with life, saying, yes, this too is for my good. When we practice this principle consistently, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. We learn that even our struggles serve a higher purpose, shaping us into more resilient and virtuous individuals. As you reflect on this, ask yourself, can you see the beauty in your past struggles? Can you find gratitude for the lessons they've taught you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. How has embracing your fate, consciously or unconsciously, transformed your perspective? We'd love to hear your stories of resilience and growth. Next, we'll delve into a principle that challenges us to confront life's uncertainties head-on: negative visualization. Prepare to reframe your fears and discover a tool that turns anxiety into calm readiness. 2. Prepare for the worst: negative visualization. What if, instead of avoiding the thought of things going wrong, you made it a daily practice to imagine the worst-case scenarios? At first, this might sound counterproductive, even grim. Why dwell on potential disasters? Yet, the Stoics believed that negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, is one of the most powerful exercises for building resilience and cultivating inner peace. Think about it. How often do we set ourselves up for disappointment by expecting life to unfold perfectly? We hope for smooth commutes, harmonious relationships, and flawless outcomes at work. But when reality inevitably falls short, frustration, anger, and despair take hold. By mentally preparing for adversity, we reduce its sting when it arrives. In fact, we come to greet it with a sense of calm readiness rather than being caught off guard. Marcus Aurelius practiced this principle every morning. He reminded himself that the day would bring encounters with difficult people, those who were selfish, ungrateful, or even hostile. Rather than dreading these interactions, he saw them as opportunities to practice patience and understanding. "Today I shall meet interference, ingratitude, and insolence," he wrote. By anticipating these challenges, he prepared his mind to respond with grace. Now, consider how this applies to your own life. Imagine you have a critical presentation at work tomorrow. Instead of obsessing over everything going perfectly, visualize the potential obstacles. Maybe the technology fails. Perhaps a key colleague challenges your ideas. How will you respond? By envisioning these scenarios, you not only reduce your fear, but also prepare effective responses. When the day comes, you're ready, composed, and resilient. Negative visualization also deepens your appreciation for what you have. How often do we take life's blessings for granted? Picture losing something or someone you deeply cherish. Imagine your life without your home, your job, or your loved ones. This exercise isn't meant to depress you. It's designed to awaken gratitude. Suddenly, even the most ordinary aspects of life feel extraordinary. Fear and anxiety often stem from the unknown. We worry about losing our security, facing rejection, or failing at important tasks. But when we confront these fears head-on, we often find that they're not as catastrophic as our minds make them out to be. What's the worst that could happen? And if it does, will it truly be the end? In most cases, the answer is no. Negative visualization helps us see that even the worst outcomes are manageable and often opportunities for growth. Let's bring this down to a practical level. The next time you're stuck in traffic, instead of simmering with frustration, remind yourself, "I anticipated this." You've mentally prepared for the delay, and now you can use the time productively, perhaps to listen to an audiobook or reflect on your day. This small shift in mindset transforms an otherwise stressful situation into a moment of calm. But negative visualization doesn't stop at the mundane. It can fundamentally reshape how you approach life's bigger challenges. Facing a major health scare, visualize the full range of outcomes, from recovery to the need for significant lifestyle changes. By doing so, you empower yourself to face reality with courage and clarity. Here's a challenge for you. Take a few minutes today to practice this principle. Think of an area in your life where uncertainty looms. What's the worst that could happen? How would you handle it? What fears are you confronting, and how does it feel to face them with a Stoic mindset? As we move forward, keep this thought in mind. Fear loses its power when we shine a light on it. Next, we'll explore a practice that brings us face to face with life's ultimate uncertainty: death. Prepare to reflect deeply on the liberating power of Memento Mori. 3. Remember, you are mortal. Memento Mori. What if you were to wake up every day with the knowledge that it could be your last? This is not meant to paralyze you with fear, but rather to free you from it. The Stoics practiced Memento Mori, the constant reminder of mortality, not as a morbid fixation, but as a tool to live more fully and purposefully. Why do we fear death? For many, it's the ultimate unknown, a shadow that looms over life's joys and ambitions. Yet, death is the one certainty we all share. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about this inevitability, urging himself to embrace it rather than resist it. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. This reflection isn't about despair, it's about clarity. When you remember that your time is limited, what truly matters comes into focus. Ask yourself, if today were your last, how would you spend it? Would you still worry about trivial inconveniences or petty arguments? Would you spend hours scrolling through social media, or would you seek out meaningful connections and experiences? Memento Mori challenges us to align our daily actions with our deepest values, knowing that each moment is precious and irreplaceable. Consider this. How often do we postpone what truly matters, believing we have all the time in the world? We delay expressing love, pursuing dreams, or resolving conflicts. But the Stoics remind us that tomorrow is not guaranteed. Seneca, another great Stoic, urged us to balance life's books each day. By living as if each day were complete in itself, we free ourselves from the regret of unfinished business. How can you incorporate Memento Mori into your life? One simple way is to pause at the start or end of your day and reflect on your mortality. Visualize the finite nature of your existence, not with dread, but with appreciation for the gift of today. This practice transforms how you approach even the simplest tasks. The sunrise you barely noticed becomes a source of wonder. The laughter of a friend takes on deeper meaning. Gratitude flourishes in the soil of impermanence. Memento Mori also reshapes how we view loss. When we remember that life is fleeting, we begin to cherish our relationships more profoundly. The time we spend with loved ones becomes sacred, not to be taken for granted. And when the inevitable parting comes, as it must, we can find solace in having fully appreciated our time together. But what about fear? Fear of failure, rejection, or even the act of dying itself. By contemplating death regularly, we desensitize ourselves to its power. Epictetus taught that death is not to be feared, for it is beyond our control. Instead, we should focus on living virtuously, knowing that how we live is within our power. Death becomes not an enemy, but a companion, reminding us to live with courage and intention. Here's an invitation. Take a moment right now to reflect. If this day were your last, what would you do differently? How might you speak to those around you? What tasks would you prioritize? Share your reflections in the comments. What does Memento Mori inspire you to change in your life today? Your insights might just inspire someone else on this journey. As we let this powerful truth settle, we'll shift our perspective once more. Imagine seeing your life not from the vantage point of your daily worries, but from the vast expanse of the cosmos. Up next, the view from above, a practice that expands our understanding and grounds us in the bigger picture. 4. See the bigger picture, the view from above. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's problems, as if they're insurmountable? What if, instead of being consumed by these challenges, you could see them from a new vantage point, one that places them within the grand, interconnected tapestry of existence? The Stoic exercise known as the view from above offers exactly that. Imagine yourself rising above your current circumstances. Picture your life from a bird's eye view, then go further. Visualize yourself looking down at your city, then your country, and eventually the entire planet. What do you see? From this elevated perspective, even the most pressing concerns shrink in size. The argument you had this morning, the looming deadline, the plans that didn't go as expected, all of it becomes part of a much larger picture. Marcus Aurelius frequently practiced this mental exercise. He urged himself to contemplate the vastness of time and space, to see his life as a tiny thread in the infinite fabric of the universe. Consider the immensity of time and the vast expanse of the universe, he wrote in Meditations. How small are the things we concern ourselves with? This isn't to say your problems don't matter. They do. But the view from above helps you put them into context. It reminds you that, while your struggles are real, they're not the entirety of your existence. From a cosmic perspective, they're fleeting, much like a wave that rises and falls within a vast ocean. Why is this exercise so powerful? Because it shifts your focus. Instead of being mired in the minutiae, you begin to see life's broader patterns. You recognize that every challenge, every setback, is part of a larger journey. This perspective fosters humility, reminding us that we are but one part of a vast, interconnected whole. It also cultivates empathy. When you see yourself as part of a shared human experience, you become more understanding of others, recognizing that they too are navigating their own struggles. Let's try a practical application. The next time you're stressed, perhaps stuck in traffic or facing criticism at work, pause and imagine yourself from above. Picture the scene as if you were watching it from the sky. Then zoom out even further until you see the entire city, then the earth itself. What happens to your stress? Does it feel smaller, more manageable? Often, this exercise provides an immediate sense of relief and calm. The view from above also invites us to marvel at life's beauty and complexity. When we take a step back, we see not just the challenges, but also the wonders, the interconnectedness of ecosystems, the rhythm of the seasons, the ingenuity of human achievements. This sense of awe reminds us to appreciate the miracle of existence, even amidst difficulty. So, here's a question. How often do you allow yourself to step back and see the bigger picture? Try it now. Think about a current challenge and view it through the lens of the universe's vastness. How does it change your perspective? Does this practice help you feel more grounded, more connected to the world around you? Next, we turn inward to focus on something we can control entirely, ourselves. In a world driven by external pressures, mastering self-control becomes a key to maintaining inner peace. Let's explore how this practice can empower you to respond to life's trials with grace and composure. 5. Master yourself, the power of self-control. What if the key to true freedom lies not in controlling the world around you, but in mastering your own impulses and reactions? The Stoics believed that self-control, the ability to govern your desires, emotions, and actions, is fundamental to achieving inner peace. In a world full of distractions and temptations, this principle remains as relevant today as it was 2 millennia ago. Epictetus famously said, "There are things which are within our power, and there are things which are beyond our power." At its core, self-control is about understanding this distinction. We cannot dictate how others behave, nor can we command the outcomes of every situation. But what we can control is how we respond. Our thoughts, choices, and actions are within our domain, and they are the true measure of our character. Consider your daily life. How often do minor frustrations, like a delayed meeting or a rude comment, push you off balance. These moments are tests of self-control. When you react impulsively, you surrender your peace of mind to external forces. But when you pause, reflect, and choose your response wisely, you reclaim your power. Self-control extends beyond managing reactions. It also involves governing desires. In our modern age, instant gratification is everywhere. Social media, fast food, and online shopping tempt us with quick fixes and fleeting pleasures. The Stoics, however, teach us to pause and reflect before indulging. Does this action align with my values? Will it bring lasting fulfillment, or is it merely a temporary escape? One practical exercise for building self-control is delaying gratification. The next time you feel the urge to check your phone or grab an unhealthy snack, stop. Wait a few moments and ask yourself, do I truly need this right now? This simple pause can break the cycle of impulsive behavior, allowing you to act with intention rather than habit. Another practice involves embracing discomfort. The Stoics believed that voluntary hardship strengthens the mind and body. Try intermittent fasting or take cold showers. These small acts of discipline train you to endure discomfort without losing your composure. Over time, this builds a mental fortitude that serves you in all areas of life. But self-control is not about suppressing your emotions or denying yourself joy. It's about moderation and intentionality. Imagine you're stuck in traffic and someone cuts you off. Your initial impulse might be to honk or yell. But practicing self-control means taking a deep breath and choosing not to let this minor incident ruin your day. It's not about ignoring your feelings, but rather channeling them in a constructive way. Self-control also enhances your relationships. When faced with criticism or provocation, the instinct might be to respond defensively or lash out. But by exercising restraint, you create space for understanding and dialogue. This not only diffuses conflict, but also fosters respect and trust. Now let's talk about commitment. True self-control isn't just about resisting temptations. It's about following through on your commitments, even when it's difficult. Whether it's exercising regularly, dedicating time to a passion project, or simply showing up for loved ones, self-control helps you stay aligned with your values. Every time you honor your commitments, you strengthen your integrity and build a foundation of trust with yourself and others. If you're finding these Stoic principles valuable, take a moment to like this video and join the discussion below. Remember, your insights help build a community of resilience and growth. Now, let's shift our focus outward. How often do we let the opinions of others dictate our actions? In our next principle, we'll explore how to free ourselves from this invisible chain. 6. Break free from judgments. Indifference to external opinions. How much of your life is shaped by the fear of what others might think? We carefully curate our social media profiles, hesitate before sharing our opinions, and sometimes even betray our true selves to fit into societal molds. The Stoics, however, teach us that the opinions of others are beyond our control and therefore should not dictate our actions. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Why do we give so much weight to judgments that are fleeting and often superficial? By doing so, we surrender our inner peace to forces beyond our control. To live authentically, we must learn to be indifferent to external validation. Imagine speaking up in a meeting or wearing an unconventional outfit, only to be met with silence or raised eyebrows. What's your immediate reaction? For many, it's discomfort, perhaps even embarrassment. But ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Most people are too preoccupied with their own lives to dwell on your actions for long. And even if they do judge, their opinions are just that, opinions, not truths. The Stoics urge us to focus on what truly matters. our own values and actions. When we align our behavior with our principles, we gain a sense of fulfillment that no external approval can provide. This is the essence of freedom. To act according to your convictions, regardless of others' opinions, is to live authentically and courageously. How can you practice this? Start small. The next time you hesitate to share an idea or try something new because of fear of judgment, pause. Ask yourself, am I holding back because this action contradicts my values, or because I'm afraid of what others might think? If it's the latter, take the plunge. Each time you do, you strengthen your resilience and confidence. Another exercise is to deliberately put yourself in situations where you might be judged. Wear something bold, speak your mind in a group, or try an activity that's outside your comfort zone. These acts, while uncomfortable at first, will show you that the world doesn't collapse under the weight of judgment. Over time, you'll find that external opinions lose their grip on you. This principle not only liberates you, but also deepens your relationships. When you stop trying to impress or conform, you present your true self to the world. This authenticity attracts like-minded individuals and fosters genuine connections. After all, wouldn't you rather be valued for who you are than for a facade? Take a moment now to reflect. How much of your life is influenced by the fear of judgment? Can you think of a time when you acted or didn't act because of what others might think? Share your experiences in the comments. How did it feel to either break free from or remain bound by these invisible chains? Your story could empower someone else to live more authentically. If you're enjoying this journey through Stoicism, let us know by liking this video and leaving a comment. Your engagement not only supports this content, but also fosters a community of shared growth and wisdom. Next, we'll explore a practice that offers clarity and emotional release, the transformative power of journaling. 7. Reflect and grow. The power of journaling. What if you could hold a mirror to your soul, examining your thoughts and actions without judgment and uncovering the lessons hidden within your daily experiences? This is the gift of journaling, a practice cherished by the Stoics as a tool for self-reflection and growth. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic thinkers, left behind his Meditations, a personal diary of reflections, reminders, and philosophical insights. Through these writings, he explored his strengths and shortcomings, striving to live in alignment with Stoic principles. Why is journaling so powerful? Because it allows us to slow down and process the chaos of our minds. Life moves quickly, and we often react without fully understanding our emotions or motivations. Journaling provides a space to pause, reflect, and gain clarity. It transforms fleeting thoughts into tangible insights, helping us see patterns in our behavior and make conscious adjustments. Start by asking yourself, what went well today? What challenges did I face? How did I respond? And could I have handled things differently? These simple questions can reveal profound truths about your character and habits. Over time, you'll notice recurring themes, both strengths to cultivate and areas for improvement. But journaling is more than a tool for self-improvement. It's also a form of emotional release. When life feels overwhelming, putting your thoughts on paper can be cathartic. The act of writing allows you to untangle complex emotions, reducing their power over you. Seneca, another Stoic master, encouraged daily reflection as a way to audit one's life. By reviewing your actions and thoughts, you can confront your fears and doubts in a safe, constructive way. Journaling also helps you clarify your goals and aspirations. What do you truly want out of life? By articulating your dreams and breaking them down into actionable steps, you make them more achievable. Each entry becomes a stepping stone, guiding you toward your long-term vision. Moreover, this practice can deepen your sense of gratitude. The Stoics believed in appreciating life's blessings, no matter how small or fleeting. By regularly noting down what you're grateful for, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This simple exercise fosters contentment and helps you find joy in the everyday moments often overlooked. Let's not forget the philosophical aspect of journaling. The Stoics often use their writings to explore profound questions. What is the nature of virtue? How should I face death? What does it mean to live a good life? By engaging with these questions, you too can deepen your understanding of Stoicism and its relevance to your journey. But don't just take my word for it. Try it yourself. Set aside a few minutes each day to write. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Even a few lines can be transformative. Reflect on your experiences, your emotions, and your aspirations. Over time, you'll build a personal archive of wisdom, one that you can revisit and learn from. Now, let's hear from you. Do you already journal, or is this a practice you're considering? Share your experiences in the comments. What insights have you gained from reflecting on your life in writing? Your stories could inspire others to pick up the pen and start their own journey of self-discovery. As we conclude this exploration of journaling, we're reminded of its profound role in fostering self-awareness and growth. But life's challenges often require more than reflection. They demand action and resilience. To tie it all together, let's revisit the heart of Stoicism, the ability to embrace life's trials and triumphs with unwavering acceptance. In the next section, we'll explore how Amor Fati serves as the ultimate Stoic principle for living a fulfilled and courageous life. As we reach the final chapter of our exploration, it's time to bring all these Stoic principles together under one unifying concept: Amor Fati, the love of fate. This principle is the heart of Stoicism, reminding us to embrace everything life throws our way with open arms. Whether we face joy or sorrow, success or failure, each experience is an essential thread in the fabric of our existence. But how do we cultivate this mindset in practice? The Stoics teach us that life's events are neither inherently good nor bad. They simply are. It's our perception of them that assigns value. By learning to welcome every twist and turn as necessary for our growth, we transform adversity into opportunity and suffering into strength. This is the essence of Amor Fati, not just to accept our fate, but to love it. Think back to the previous principles: preparing for the worst through negative visualization, remembering our mortality with Memento Mori, gaining perspective through the view from above, mastering our impulses with self-control, freeing ourselves from external judgments, and reflecting through journaling. Each of these practices builds upon the other, preparing us to fully embrace Amor Fati. Together, they form a comprehensive framework for navigating life's uncertainties with grace and resilience. Ask yourself, what would change if you viewed every challenge, every setback, as a gift? How might your life improve if you stopped resisting the inevitable and started seeing it as an integral part of your journey? The Stoics believed that by loving our fate, we find freedom from regret, resentment, and fear. This mindset allows us to live fully in the present, undistracted by the weight of what-ifs and if-onlys. Let's pause and reflect. How has your perspective shifted after exploring these principles? Which of these Stoic practices resonates most with your current challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your reflections can spark meaningful conversations and help others on their own Stoic journey. If you found value in this exploration of Stoicism, we invite you to take action. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with those who might benefit from these timeless insights. By spreading the wisdom of Stoicism, you contribute to a community of resilience and growth. Thank you for joining us on this journey. May these principles guide you to a life of purpose, peace, and fulfillment. Until next time, remember, every moment, every challenge is an opportunity to live with virtue and embrace your fate. Stay resilient and take care.